Welcome to Richard Mabey Presents.
Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. It's Tuesday, April 7th, 2026 at 11:03. Basically, a little less than 1 hour before the Waltons are on. Sitting out here on the side porch, aka the lanai, on a rocking chair like an old guy, with the Sunoco hat that my cousin Bruce Mabey gave to me, I don't know, maybe 40 years ago, I don't know, about 40 years ago, I guess. And I got the old West Virginia sweatshirt on, Morgantown, West Virginia, the home of the one and only Don Knotts. So anyway, got the old Snoopy teacup. Life doesn't get any better than this. Birds are chirping in the background. The sound of raindrops falling on the roof. It just doesn't get any better than this. Grooving. I'm checking out reading. I'm halfway through this comic book this morning. Sargeant Rock. This is an oldie from my collection. Now check this out. It's got, people go, oh no, it's got the spine wear. Oh no, it's got the spine fold. But actually, I like, in my crazy way of thinking, I like it when there's a spine roll, because I can read a comic book the way that, a kid would read or the way Gomer or Goober would read a comic book, like this. You fold it over, and it doesn't matter. There's already a spine roll, so I don't care. But I don't have many. This was a strange combo. Army at War was its own title, and then Sargeant Rock was its own title. But for some reason, DC Comics combined Army at War and Sargeant Rock into this one issue. And this is from February. No, I need a mug in my glass. 1974. 20-cent copy. Here's Sargeant Rock. And it's funny, the 70s were called, it was the Golden Age, was the 50s. The 60s was the Silver Age, and I think it's the Copper Age was the 70s, and the 80s is the Bronze Age. So, if there's jarring on the camera, it's because I have the camera on the little table here in the lanai, and Junior, aka Opie, just jumped on the table. He's jumping around with one of his little toys. So yeah, Sargeant Rock, about halfway through it. So I really like. I only have, I don't know, maybe I only have like 4 or 5 Sargeant Rock comic books. This is what is this? Aurora Toys and Ready Rangers, and this was like a little bit of everything here. He had a compass, Ready Ranger Starfinder, the signal light, all kinds of stuff. Here it is here. I get a kick out of these ads. Another adventure with the Ready Rangers. What was this Aurora toy? It had a little bit of everything. It had a flashlight, a flashing flashlight, a compass, a little bit of everything. But it's kind of ahead of its time. This is 1974. It's got like almost like a home base, a little home computer there. So I don't know how much. I bet that. Oh, I gotta stop saying that. Oh, here's everything included. Poncho, bedroll, communications power pack, a horn, periscope, intruder detector, starfinder, compass, invisible slate accessory, tent. Included a tent. It included a tent. A distance computer and a canteen. I would say, okay, 1974, I'm going to say it was probably priced at about 1974. I would say it's probably priced about 19.99. It's probably priced about $20. Put in the comments where you think it would be priced at. In 1974, it included a sleeping bag, a poncho, a tent, a compass, a flashlight, and a blinking flashlight, and a horn, and a star finder, which was, probably a glorified compass. So, a glorified telescope. I'll tell you, look at the artwork on this. Look at the artwork on this comic book. It's phenomenal. So, good old Sargeant Rock comic books. Today's Tuesday. If we got a really busy week this week. My sister and I are still debating whether or not to partake and put stuff out for the yard sale. And here's our thinking: we don't have any big ticket items, so mostly what the stuff would go for, 25 cents, 50 cents, $1 if we're lucky. And we're thinking, okay, we have to. I think it starts at 9. This Friday and Saturday, 9 to 4, something like that. Something like 9 to 3, something like that. So it's 2 days, but then with Friday and Saturday and Thursday, we got to really just spend the whole day. It's not like in the villages you have a garage, so you can set everything up 2 days before, and everything's set up. So then Friday morning you just push the button for your garage door and zippity-doo-dah. But here you'd have to get everything has to be out and ready, I think, by 9 a.m. So we would have to, at 7 in the morning, be ready, have eaten breakfast, ready to hit the road, putting stuff out, setting up the tables. And then Friday, say like it's over at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever it is, then we have to bring everything back into the house or the shed, or soon becoming my clubhouse. So we don't know if it's worth it, because we don't have big ticket. It's like a quarter here, 50 cents here. Nothing that we have is. We'll be lucky to get a couple of bucks for some of the stuff, because they always knock you down. Say look at this comic book here. I know this is in bad shape, but say it was in better shape, and it's the book value is, say, $20, and I put $2 on it. They're gonna say, "Oh, I'll give you $1 for it." You know what I mean? It's just aggravating. They're constantly bickering on the price and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, hold on, folks. So, YouTube friends, I'm back. Floyd and Opie just had a little tiff, so I'm gonna check out Floyd, make sure he's okay, and make sure Opie's okay. So, I'll be back in a little bit with more of the exciting adventures of Richard Mabey Presents. For me, it'll be a little while, but for you folks, it'll be the blink of an eye. Be right back. So, YouTube friends, it's now 11:42 in the morning. Just a little more than 15 minutes from the Waltons, and I had to come out to the shed to get some things. Which the shed is soon becoming my clubhouse. I've got my one of my Barney Fife posters there. I've got my the Snoopy pillow, the angel clock up there, the ladder. There's the door. Some of my scalp patches there. One of my paint by number oil paintings that I did as a young boy. My walking stick from my many hikes of the Appalachian Trail. My collection of Archie comic books, Reader's Digest size. The old rock, a roll of tape there, bird feeder. A history of Beavertown and Lincoln Park. A copy of our daily bread. A book I got, the library was selling books for 50 cents each. I bought this James Clark Whirlwind, two of my favorite baseball caps, the Bill Elliott cap and the M&M's cap. The old the old teddy bear, the old oversized teddy bear. Some of my baseball caps, two of my Barney Fife or Mayberry posters, another Andy Griffith Show poster, my old saw. This is from Klondike Derby, January 1971. No, January 1971. I was 17 years old and captain of the Klondike Derby team of, there I am, that's me there. Captain of the senior Klondike Derby team. Another one of my paint by number oil paintings I did about when I was about 12 years old. Copy of Captain America. Two more of my oil paintings. My Mets drinking glass, my old Tonka toy truck, bottle of water there, and also Mets. Talking about Mets, there's my New York Mets baseball cap, some testers, model glue there. I never know when I'm going to need that. My little pen holder. I've had this since I was about second grade. Grandma and Grandpa Mabey gave this to me when I was in second grade. Roll of tape, pine cone, Peanuts playing cards, Snoopy Pez dispenser. I'm living the good life here. And wrapping paper. All my yard tools here. And this was all yard sale stuff. But we're debating whether or not to have the yard sale. I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to put some of this stuff on Macari. I don't know. So got a chair here. I just want to get a little table here. Well, I don't need a little table. I got the desk here. I forgot all about this. I got the desk here, file cabinet. I need to clear out all this junk here and actually clear out this junk here, this stuff here, and I'll have a little writing desk here. So I'm living the good life. There's some pens and Sharpie markers and yellow highlighters, some rope. You never know when you're gonna need rope. So some widgets and gadgets and stuff like that. Wire cutters, paper hole punchers, stuff like that. So I'm living the good life. I'm really living the good life here. So, all right, folks. I'll take a little break and be right back. Hello, YouTube friends. It's now 5:13. Late afternoon, early evening. The high point of our day at Foxwood Farms, going to check the mail. That's working.
Yeah, that's the other.
Yeah, that's it. This house here is for sale. It's a nice house there. Oh no, not that. The other one. Not that one. The other one. So, Bananarama and little Tommy. Yeah, it's kind of an exciting thing going to the mailbox here. And there's the red truck I like so much. I love that red truck. That is a really nice truck. That is a beautiful truck. Yeah. There's the community center. That's where we go to exercise class, right there in that building there. There's some people driving around in their golf cart. It's a hopping place. It's an exciting place, this Foxwood Farms. A lot happening here. There's the mailbox center. That's where we're headed. Normally we walk, but I'm not feeling too well today. And let's see here. Yeah, the good old. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, folks, be right back. Mailbox Center, checking for the latest edition, the April edition of the Foxwood Gazette. It's not here. All right. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. So, you two friends, it's now 8:02 in the evening. Out here in the back porch, aka the lanai. It's very peaceful. Nighttime, evening. I can hear a train in the background. I just finished reading my Army at War Sergeant Rock comic book. So between reading the first half this morning and the second half this evening, I finished up the old Sergeant Rock comic book. And as I say, I really a lot of comic book collectors say, go, oh no, there's a spine roll on this comic book. But for me, I actually don't mind having a spine roll because, as I said before, I can I can read the comic book the way Gomer and Goober read the comic books. So yeah, it's a great comic book, good stories, great artwork, just a classic 1970s comic book, Sergeant Rock, Our Army at War. So, as I said, I don't have many. I think I have 3 or 4 Sergeant Rock's comic books. I cherish them. If I see them in the 50-cent bins or the dollar bins, I'm going to buy some more. There'll be another big comic book show coming up in the beginning of May at the mall here in Ocala. So I'll give you more information about that in the next couple of days. So I'm going to sign off. As always, thank you for watching. Appreciate it very much. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Stay happy, stay positive, stay healthy. This is Richard Mabey signing off. Bye for now.